The Gen 4 Pokemon games are huge. They introduced 107 new Pokemon, a couple new regions, and even more event Pokemon. Last video we talked about Gen 3 and if it was possible to complete the Pokedex. I recommend watching that one before you watch this one because I'll be referencing it a whole bunch in this one. Hey guys, I'm Kareem, and welcome to your 2022 guide on how to complete your Gen 4 Pokedex. Before we begin, I am a new content creator, hi, so hitting the like button and subscribing really helps the channel out, thanks. So for this video, I thought it'd be a good idea to start with the Sinnoh Pokedex, just to make things a little bit easier. Again, there are 107 new Pokemon that we need to catch, so let's get right into it. Most of the dex is actually pretty easy, there's only a couple worth mentioning in this video. Number 1, the starters. With most Pokemon games, you can only get one starter at a time. The only way to get the other ones is to restart the game and then trade over the ones you don't have. But you already knew that. 2, the version exclusives. And of course with all Pokemon games, Game Freak loves to have version exclusive Pokemon to sell more copies of the games, so you gotta get them too. So the fossil Pokemon, Honchkrow and Mismagius, the Stunky, the Glameow line, and the mascot legendary, you all need to trade over from one copy to another. You could use Platinum to get both legendaries, but Platinum doesn't have like Honchkrow and Mismagius, the Stunky, or the Glameow line for some reason, so Platinum's basically no help at all here. Honey Tree Pokemon are also pretty annoying to get in this region. Specifically Munchlax, who, if you didn't know, only appears on 4 random trees in the game at a rate of only 1%. It's kinda ridiculous. It could literally take days to get him. I really recommend using the Pal Park and just trading over a Snorlax and then breeding him. That'll save you a couple hours off your life. Another annoying Honey Tree Pokemon is Combee. Combee are actually pretty common on Honey Trees, but Combee only has a 12.5% chance of being female, so you'll encounter a couple useless Combees just trying to get one that can evolve. Spiritomb might be one of the most tedious Pokemon to get on this list, unless you're trying to get a Munchlax through the Honey Trees. To get Spiritomb, you need to find yourself an odd keystone, head underground, talk to 32 different real people, or in my case, myself, 32 times, pop up, go to Route 209, talk to the Blair Witch Project Rockpile, and yeah, you'll fight one and battle one and catch them, hopefully. The last 2 Pokemon we'll talk about in this game is Fiona and Manaphy. You might already know if you play through Pokemon Ranger, the circle drawing simulator game, you get a couple bonus missions at the end, and one of those bonus missions is a mission to get Manaphy, and you get like a Manaphy egg, and you can trade it to the games and everything, and it's crazy, so... You might have noticed that I haven't talked about the event Pokemon yet, but don't worry, it's a surprise that we're saving for later. Until then, let's move on to our next game. Okay, these might be my favorite Pokemon games in the series. They just bring that certain like nostalgic feeling back to me. It really hits home. The Johto Dex is probably one of the most easy decks to complete in Gen 4, since a decent chunk of Johto Pokemon just evolve into the Sinnoh Dex Pokemon. The Kanto Dex is relatively easy as well, and the rest you could just transfer up from your Gen 3 save. You know, the one we talked about in our last video? Just kidding, we won't do that. And if you want all the Hoenn starters, you gotta beat the game and Red 3 different times. The requirements for them are ridiculous. Who thought of this? Good thing I have 3 copies of Heart Gold. But just like Fire Red and Leaf Green, you can go pretty much the whole region just catching Pokemon and you'll eventually just fill up your decks. There's a couple version exclusive Pokemon, but you know what to do there. Oh boy, Hoenn Pokemon. They're pretty hard to get in these games. In Heart Gold, there's a radio station that plays music from a Hoenn after you beat the game. This will attract Hoenn Pokemon to whatever routes you're at, and it's really cool. The only Hoenn Pokemon you can get from them are Zigzagoon, Linoone, Numel, Minun, Whismur, Makahita, Absol, Spoink, and Spinda. If you don't want to transfer all your Pokemon from your Gen 3 file onto your Gen 4 file, you're going to have to catch most of them at the Safari Zone. And oh boy, it's not as easy as it sounds. Okay, some of them are pretty easy. So basically the Safari Zone in Heart Gold is, you got like 6 different areas and you can like put objects or like decorations in them, and it's really cool. And these objects will attract different Pokemon from the different regions. It's really cool actually. The problem is, with some Pokemon, it makes you wait a couple days. And I'm not talking like, 3 days or 4 days. Some Pokemon take like 100 days plus just to encounter in the Safari Zone. It is insane. So do yourself a favor, get a Nintendo DS Lite, grab a Gen 3 game like Emerald or Ruby or Sapphire, and just catch all the Hoenn Pokemon there. It's way, way, way easier. You're gonna save yourself a bunch of time. You're gonna thank yourself later.
The time has come. Prepare for justice!
Again, we find ourselves with the mythical Pokemon problem. If you're trying to complete the whole Pokedex and you weren't at these really specific real-life events, you just can't get the mythical Pokemon anymore, is what I would say if the Pokemon community weren't geniuses. There's actually a Wi-Fi exploit that allows you to get pretty much every legendary or mythical Pokemon you could ever want. You can even get a shiny Pichu in Pearl that you can transfer to Heart Gold and get yourself a spiky-eared Pichu that's really cool. It's like based off the anime or something, I don't know. And all you need is a Nintendo DS and a Wi-Fi connection. I'll put a link in the video down below so you can check it out for yourselves. It's really cool. It's probably the coolest Pokemon news like ever. I would explain it, but it would take way too long. And I am pretty dumb. You can even get Arceus in your game, which I don't think you can transfer to Bank because it won't let you. I don't think that event ever really existed. Don't check me on that. But if you want Arceus in your game, he is totally there. You can get him pretty much legitimately. And that'll pretty much do it for your Generation 4 Pokedex. So to answer the question of this video, yeah, it is possible to complete the Gen 4 Pokedex in 2022. So that pretty much wraps it up. Unlike in the Gen 3 games, you can actually complete the Gen 4 Pokedex. It's just one of those like really time-consuming things that doesn't feel worth it, but in the end, I guarantee it is worth it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I had fun making this. I'll probably make more if you guys like them. I stream most Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays on Twitch, twitch.tv/CreamThePhoenix. Come join in. We do shiny hunts, Pokemon playthroughs. It's generally just a good time. So thanks, and later, skaters.